Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to episode 2 of Arguments with My Brother. So my name is Jenny and my brother is Nick. Apparently, I forgot to introduce last time. So there we go. Second time lucky. This is all very new, so we're trying our best. So I'm, as you saw from last, I'm not on social media, so I'm not sure exactly how the feedback went down for last round. So Nick, do you want to let me know how we did? Who won? Did we have voting or?
It was very one-sided. We didn't put a vote up, but I didn't think it was necessary really. It was very one-sided. Overwhelming majority of like one or two people said Pokemon. I think we'll chalk it up to. I think it's one. Are we going to keep a score?
I think we can keep a score. Yeah, why not? And then we can tally it up, and I don't know, we'll work some kind of prize out or something. But yeah, I kind of thought Pokemon might have swayed it, and yeah, congratulations. I'm a good loser.
Very noble in defeat. I mean, it's the multiverse, man. The multiverse.
Oh, I think the theme song is what did it, really.
The theme song's major, yeah. I tagged Fred Durst in a couple of posts as well with the hope that he'd listen, but he hasn't been in contact yet. I mean, maybe he's just lurking.
Biggest fan, I'm sure. Okay. So then for this week, we decided to maybe open it up. Yeah, it's a bit niche, the 90s commercial TV series. So this week we will be debating the best album of 2005. So I don't know, I looked at all of the albums that got released, and man, there's some really good ones. I struggled a bit, not gonna lie. How did you get on?
Yeah, same. I'm curious. Why did you? Because you chose this one, and because initially we were just going to do albums, but that's like pick your favorite album, impossible. But so why did you pick 2005 though?
I think I picked 2005 because that's when kind of I really started getting into music and finding the stuff that I like. And, LimeWire was a big thing with downloading. Is it a virus? Is it the song? Who knows? Who cares? And yeah, I don't know. I thought 2005 was a good kind of cool. It's still in people's memories, I think. And yeah, I think a lot of people, I don't know. For me, it was a great music year. I mean, yeah. I struggled a lot, so that's why I chose 2005 specifically. Because yeah, doing best album of all time, no, impossible.
No, I think it's a good year as well. No, I struggled big time. Like seriously, I've changed my mind. I might even still change my mind now. I don't know if I will. But anyway, should we flip a coin? Have you learned how to flip a coin in these? No.
No, I can try and practice maybe for next week.
We can. Yeah, I mean, I can get the kids to teach you if you want.
I'll work up to it. So I'll let you flip the coin.
Okay, heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails.
Oh, I won again.
One again. Well, at least you're winning something.
I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna let you go first this time. I think, yeah, you should go first this time, and then I can just break you down at the end.
Break me down at the end. I'm gonna try and be
chosen the same one. That's the thing.
This is the problem. I really hope not. I'm gonna try and be as brief as possible because I was going through this and I could talk about this for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's funny. I said, why did you pick 2005 before? 2005 was like, this specific year was a proper sort of transition year for me. Okay, so it was from high school to university. It was from living in Switzerland then to moving back to the UK. And there was all this idea, when you move, when you go to uni or you go to a new school or something, there's this reinvention, there's this sort of changing, you're changing what you like and hate. And so that was really key for me. And like, around this time was when all of these indie bands were coming out, like British indie, like
yeah.
And I'm going to list like some of the, like Franz Ferdinand. You could have had it some, Employment by Kaiser Chiefs was a huge one. Oasis, Don't Believe the Truth. American Idiot, of course, by Green Day, which I think at the time was probably my favorite album. But I'm going to go. My argument to why I've picked this specific album is not based on how awesome the album was then. It was awesome then. but how much I still listen to it now. Okay, and that's Silent Alarm by Block Party. Okay, a lot of the songs on this album still feature on playlists, like consistently, like This Modern Love, Positive Tension, Blue Light, Banquet, Helicopter, Like Eating Glass, like so many great songs on that album. And I only started getting into Block Party in for their second album, which was, I think, called A Weekend in the City, and it had things like Hunting for Witches and The Prayer, and I Still Remember. And then I sort of found The Silent Alarm, and I was like, it's even better. It's such a great album. I saw them live a couple of years ago. No, like 7 years ago. Oh my God. I hate that. It's like, yeah, side story. I hate that where I keep doing this now. I say a couple of years ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago I did, and then I'm like, oh no, that was like 10 years ago. Yeah, that was just, yeah. Time is terrible.
I completely understand. I completely sympathise with that. For me, 1990 is still 10 years ago.
Yeah. So a side thing, again, this is what I was thinking the other day as well, is I was like, I remember when I was back, like I was 18, and that was like 15 years ago now. And I was like, yeah, 18. And then I thought my oldest son is closer to 18 now than I am. Yeah.
Why are you saying things like that? It's making me feel old.
That's awful. So anyway, what was I saying? Yes, Silent Alarm, Block Party. I think that's the only album. I think there's so many choices you could go. There was System of a Down as well, but Silent Alarm by Block Party is the one that's held up in the most consistent manner, I kind of think. Because, as I say, I put that on playlists now, and I think it's great. And the writing's good. It's got a good mix of sort of lighter stuff, and then the sort of really heavy stuff. As I said, like Eating Glass. I think that's one of the best tracks to open an album ever as well. Like Eating Glass is that do. So yeah. You said you were going to dismantle it. Yeah, I good luck.
Well, I'm going to say I'm not. I thought you may choose Block Party because I know that you're a huge fan, and back in the day, yeah, you were kind of obsessed with it. And yeah, don't get me wrong, it is a good band. I remember you going singing in Brixton and how much you loved it. And I think, didn't we see them at a festival? One of the ones that we went to here as well.
Yeah, maybe, I think so. I remember seeing them with a really good friend in Zurich. Yeah, that was an awesome gig. And they did. Oh, just a quick thing. You should Google, check it on YouTube. They do this transition from We Found Love by Rihanna to Flux, which is, I know Flux is on like a later album, but it's so wicked. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, God. So, yeah, no, I think good choice. However, yeah, I am going to disagree with you. But, yeah, I had the same problem. There was just so many good albums. I mean, you had Stereophonics coming out with Language, Sex, Violence, Other. Kaiser Chiefs, Gorillaz' Demon Days was released that year as well.
Oh, shit, that's a great album.
Hard 5 Stars of CCTV. Love that album. Love it. So good. And yeah.
Is that the one that Living for the Weekend was on?
Yeah. One of the best songs. Talking about starting any playlist, Living for the Weekend. It's definitely stayed for me. And yeah, and then the other one I was hesitating was Death Cab for Cutie came out with Plans that year. So really, yeah, really good albums. But I decided to go with Green Day, Bullet in a Bible. I mean, I listened to that constantly. It was probably one of my favorite albums ever. Such classic songs. And yeah, as you said, it kind of brings back a lot of memories of those days of you leaving for university and kind of dynamics changing in school and at home. I used to watch, I think, where was it? They did a concert in England, which they recorded it, and it came in with one of the albums. And so you could watch the full concert. I remember watching that over and over and over again. It was just Green Day. Talk about progression of a band. I mean, they've kept up with the times. They're still relevant. I mean, look at American Idiot. I mean, that still stands today. And, you know, When September Ends, I mean, how many graduation songs is that going to be? You know, Time of Your Life, and When September Ends, I'm sure, is played in many graduation halls. But I mean, yeah, it's just got everything. It's exciting. It's passionate. It really kind of captured, where I was in my pre kind of emo phase of no one understands me and I hate the world. And it kind of really encapsulates, kind of the soft punk rock genre that I was really into at that time. But then I must, however, have a shout out for Crazy Frog came out with Crazy Hits the same year as well. Thank God that's not come back. Man, I hated that frog.
Okay. The less said about Crazy Frog, the better. Put it in a Bible. That's. It's not as good. I'm not going to say it's as good as Silent Alarm by Block Party. I still think that's the better album, but I didn't think you'd go for it. That's because it's a live album, and that's sneaky. That's sneaky.
It's probably one of the only live albums that I really enjoy listening to because it sounds so great, and I just. Oh, I love it. I love that album. It really does bring back a lot of happy memories and sad memories as well. But it still stands. And, so this past week I've been going back into the 2005 world and listening to all the albums that we've listed. I mean, it's just what a great year for music. Really, really loved it for sure. But I will stand hard by Bullet in the Bible. It's just classic for me.
Okay, so just to push you on this though, before we started discussing this specific episode, right? How many songs? Be honest. When was the last time you listened to any song from Bullet in the Bible specifically?
Oh God, I want to ask you the same question, but I think I know the answer. It has been a while, I must admit, but at the moment I'm trying to get into different genres and stuff. I'm listening to Dylan a lot. I'm listening to old school Beatles. I'm trying to switch it up, but must admit it has been a while. But I'm going to be listening to it all day today, and I encourage everyone to do the same.
Fair enough. I'm not going to say I'm not going to go away and listen to it now. Actually,
exactly.
That's the thing. That's my main argument, though. Is like a good album, and they don't make. I don't think they really make albums anymore because it's all Spotify and streaming, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fine. It's just adapting to the times. But a good album needs to have that longevity. It needs to be sort of. You should be able to put it on any time and be able to pick it up after a couple of weeks or months or something. And that's my argument with Block Party. I think with Silent Alarm, that's something I do. It comes up on my shuffle quite often. I think This Modern Love and Blue Light are two of my favourite songs on that album. I think just because it's ordinary. But the way the story's told in those specific songs, I think is very cool. I think it's very poignant. Yeah,
I see what you mean, and it is a bit all singles nowadays, and that's what's one thing I like about Green Day. You can put that album on at the beginning and listen to it all the way through, and it's entertaining. That doesn't happen anymore. I think that's something. I miss a lot about music nowadays. It's all what's on the TikTok videos and all. I don't even know half of these people who are famous anymore. I mean, talk about being old. I mean, the TikTok. And
you sound so old then. Oh, look at these kids on the TikTok. What's that?
TikTok. I love, TikTok's great. It's just, I couldn't name any album in the charts right now.
Anyway, all right. Well, look, we'll do the same thing as last time. We'll put it out on social. Mm-hmm. We'll see what the people say, and I'll come back next week and report back to you. And if I'll let you know if I win. And lie if I don't, as is always the case. Anything for a victory.
All right, that sounds good. And I want to do a special shout out to our mum, Caroline, who had her birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, mother.
Shit, I forgot. Fuck. No, I didn't really. I'm joking. Happy birthday, mother.
All right then. Well, it's been a pleasure as always.
As always. Speak to you again for another argument next week.
See you then, mate. Bye.
Bye-bye.